Hello, welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd, and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. So, I've got an update video for you guys regarding the situation of this power cable that has been cut and disconnected in the Gulf of Finland. So, we reported this a little bit this morning during our update for the Russia-Ukraine war, and I want to go more in depth with this. You can see here on your screen, Finnish authorities investigate seized Eagle-S ship after cables were cut. Okay, so what happened here in this situation is yesterday on Christmas, we had reports coming out from Finland that there was a major power cable called the S-Link 2 power transmission cable that connects from Estonia to Finland, and it was supposedly cut. Okay, so we've seen this happening probably, I want to say 2 or 3 times already just over the last couple months of cables that are being cut in the Baltic Sea and now in the Gulf of Finland, okay, very close by to the Baltic Sea. So, reportedly, the Finnish authorities, along with their military, have seized a ship called the Eagle-S that is flying under the flag from the Cook Islands. Okay, it is registered from the Cook Islands, and they have seized this ship and boarded it. Okay, and they're investigating for potential sabotage on this power cable, and also 4 other data cables were essentially cut as well at the same time in the Gulf of Finland. So, I want to talk some more about this today and give you guys some more information. As this ship does link to Russia, as it was carrying Russian fuel from St. Petersburg, supposedly heading over to Egypt. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this some more. I've actually got an article we're going to jump into to get a little bit more information regarding this. This is from The Hill. Finland seizes ship carrying Russian oil after undersea cable cut. Okay, this just coming out today, December 26, 2024. So we're going to discuss this today, but this event actually happened yesterday, but it's still unfolding right now. So I'm going to bring you all the latest details that we have here. It says Finland on Thursday seized a ship carrying oil for Russia in relation to the recent cutting of an undersea cable connecting electricity to Estonia, as concern mounts over ships disrupting power and gas lines in European waters. Finland's national law enforcement body, the Police of Finland, said in a statement it had seized a Cook Islands registered ship called the Eagle-S. The ship is suspected in the rupturing of the S-Link 2 power transmission cable connecting electricity between Estonia and Finland, but police said at this time the investigation is looking at the incident as aggravated criminal mischief. The power cable was disconnected on Wednesday, according to Finnish Prime Minister Petteri Orpo, who said at the time that authorities were on standby over Christmas and are investigating the matter. European officials said the ship is suspected of carrying Russian oil as part of a vast shadow fleet Moscow is using to circumvent Western sanctions imposed over the war in Ukraine. So something I want to note here is the fact that this ship, supposedly, at least the Finland authorities are claiming this is a Russian shadow fleet oil tanker. Let's say it turns out that this Eagle-S actually did have something to do with this. How will that relate to Russia, and will this get pinned back on Russia? What really is going on here? We don't really know all the details yet, but very curious to see how this is going to play out. But for some reason, I have a big feeling that it's going to play out just like all the other occurrences have in the past, where it'll just kind of go away and we probably won't hear any more information afterwards. And I'll show you a video in just a little bit that proves that that could be the case. The European Commission said the disruption is the latest in a series of suspected attacks on critical infrastructure. We strongly condemn any deliberate destruction of Europe's critical infrastructure, officials said in a statement. The suspected vessel is part of Russia's shadow fleet, which threatens security and the environment while funding Russia's war budget. We will propose further measures, including sanctions, to target this fleet. Okay, so it looks like we might be seeing some sanctions here very soon. And we do know also that Joe Biden, the president of the United States currently right now, is preparing some major sanctions on Russia's shadow fleet. Also, we heard that just a few days ago, so that could be coming very soon also. And it says here the European Commission said it would move to strengthen undersea cable protection through increasing related detection methods, information sharing, and repair work. Finnish leaders have also expressed concern about Russia's alleged connection to the cutting of the cable. It is necessary to be able to prevent the risk posed by ships belonging to the Russian shadow fleet, wrote Finnish President Alexander Stubb on the social platform X. Estonian Prime Minister Kristen Michal urged the European Union and the Western Security Alliance, NATO, to increase cooperation on efforts to protect undersea cables. Now, we already know that countries like Germany, I think even Finland, some of the Baltic nations have already been heavily monitoring the Baltic Sea. And it's interesting that we had like 2 or 3, I want to say, occurrences just in the Baltic Sea over the last couple months. Now, all of a sudden, randomly in the Gulf of Finland as well, which is not too far away from the Baltic Sea. So, is this what NATO is considering? Russian hybrid attacks? We don't really know. We haven't had any like concrete evidence yet. I want to say, at least not from NATO or any of the European authorities that have been involved in some of these investigations. Many of them are still ongoing right now. But the timing of this very interesting as it's continuing to happen and it's not really stopping, and now it appears to be getting worse. So at some point, is NATO going to have to respond to this, or what's going to happen here? It's getting very interesting over here. So we're going to hop it over to X now, and I've got a few things I want to show you guys as well. This is from Anton Gerashenko. A very telling conversation at the press conference between a journalist and I think this guy's name is Ilkka Koskimaki. Okay, he is the director General of Finland's police. That's him right back there with the glasses, okay? It says, have you contacted the Russian authorities about this damaged S-Link 2 power cable? And he says, no. Then the reporter says, when will you be? And he says, we will not. Okay, so apparently they're not going to contact Russian authorities over this, as even though they are claiming that this tanker is a part of Russia's shadow fleet, okay, shadow fleet of tankers that are transporting oil around the world to evade sanctions. They're not going to contact Russia in regards to this. So go ahead and take a look at this real quick.
Onko Venäjän viranomaisiin oltu tästä yhteydessä?
Ei ole.
Milloin ollaan?
Ei olla.
Okay, so there you go. During a press conference, we can see from the Director General of the Police Department in Finland that no, they are not going to contact Russian authorities at all regarding the cut of this cable. Actually, 5 cables in total. It was four undersea data cables, and then we had 1 major power cable also from Finland going to Estonia. Okay, so very big news coming out from here. Also, take a look at this from NOAA Reports. Finland has detained the tanker Eagle S carrying Russian oil suspected of damaging the S-Link 2 underwater cable, according to the Financial Times. The tanker was en route to Egypt, but significantly slowed down while passing over the cable area. Okay, that's the second time I want to say as well that we saw this same information where they significantly slowed down. Okay, the Yipeng 3 also, we talked about that a couple weeks back. That was a Chinese bulk carrier that was carrying fertilizer from St. Petersburg also. That's also where this ship, the Eagle S, came from. Okay, it also came from St. Petersburg. They both did the same exact thing. They slowed down significantly right over where these cables are located, possibly indicating that maybe they were trying to target these underwater cables. And it says here, in addition to the S-Link 2 power cable, 3 other communication cables were also damaged. I understand it says 3 here, but many sources were saying there was 4. So I believe it's 4, but I guess it's possible it could be 3. But we do know multiples were damaged. One of the tanker's anchors were found to be torn off, which could have been caused the damage to the cables. Currently, the vessel is in Finnish waters under police control. Okay, so we got a couple photos we can show you guys here. We actually showed you this one early this morning during our update for the Ukraine war, and it just kind of shows the trajectory or the path that this boat was taking while it was sailing through the Gulf of Finland. And then we also have this map also showing the S-Link 2 power cable that goes from Finland over to Estonia, and approximately the area where this ship was slowing down at as it was losing speed, potentially deliberately cutting this cable. Okay, so we also heard that again, one of the anchors were missing on this ship, possibly indicating maybe they let go of this anchor. We don't really know, and they might have done that on purpose to dispose of the evidence that maybe that they didn't have an anchor or whatever might be. We don't really know, but the Finnish authorities again are still investigating. Okay, so one last thing to show you guys from KJ Creston. Eagle S executed a very unusual maneuver for a ship in transit exactly when S-Link 2 went down and exactly on top of S-Link 2. Okay, so look at this, guys. We showed a similar picture this morning as well regarding this update, but if you take a look closely, it might be kind of hard to see. But right in this area, it did like a complete 360, okay? It kind of like spun around, went backwards, and then came back again. And in the same area, when it was making these maneuvers, is right where this cable is located at, okay? Like literally right above it. So is it possible that maybe this ship was doing this deliberately, targeting the cables underneath in the water of the Gulf of Finland? Maybe it's possible, but we'll wait for official reports to come out from the authorities. That's this picture right here. That's the police department that we're investigating this matter. But as soon as we get an update on this, I will definitely let you guys know what's going on with this. But I have a big feeling, again, that we're probably not going to hear much more after this, considering the fact that they also state that they will not contact Russia regarding this, as this was a ship directly coming from their port carrying their own oil, okay? So very big news coming out today. Just wanted to give you an update regarding this situation. Let me know what you think about this down below. That's going to be it for today's update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you. And with that, hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.